that I am not guilty of anything is encroaching me on. He said his father has one that I'm a pauper, that nobody will release me out. And that's the only gospel truth I'm saying.
So how do you know he lives here?
This story is the reason why a lot of dispatch riders don't go into people's homes anymore. In 2017, a Port Harcourt big boy by the name of Sodianye Mbatumukeke placed an order for 2 iPhone 6 from Jumia, and the Jumia delivery agent by the name of Chukwuma Eleje brought these items to Dienyen's home in Ada George of Port Harcourt. So Chukwuma, this was just another order, another home delivery, another pay on delivery request. He was supposed to deliver these phones, get his money, and go back to his post. However, for Dienye, a big boy who surprisingly comes from a wealthy background, had no intentions of paying for those phones. He had his ATM card, he had his money, he had his rich father, he had his rich uncles, but what he also had was a gun and a sidekick named Excel Nabi. So clearly, these were already two worlds that was about to collide. A delivery agent who was expecting to get paid, and a Port Harcourt big boy who had no intentions of paying. So when Chukwuma arrived at Dienyen's place, for some way, some reason, it's not clear the rules back then, but right now, if it was today, Dienyen would have come outside to pay for the phones before he would receive it. But Dienyen was able to lure Chukwuma into his apartment, into his house, into his sitting room. Probably told him that he wanted to pay with cash and that he did not want to count the money in public where to probably attract robbers or thieves. And I would understand if Chukwuma would fall for that, because Dienyen was a young man and he too was a young man. So it was kind of like a guy man code and they could understand the situation. And so Chukwuma went into Dienyen's house with the 2 iPhones, hoping to get paid. But that was not what happened. Immediately, Chukwuma was attacked, beaten, strangled, and eventually shot and killed. After he died, his body was dragged out of the apartment, put in a dustbin bag, and dragged to the septic tank in the compound where it was dumped into. Now, this compound was an apartment compound. It was a complex sort of. So there were other tenants in the compound. And it is weird because it is believed that this man carried out this act sometime in the daytime. Maybe he waited for evening, but nonetheless, Chukwuma was killed that same day, the moment he arrived inside Dienyen's apartment. So after disposing of Chukwuma's body in the septic tank, Dienyen went back to his apartment and enjoyed his 2 phones. Clearly one was for him and the other one was for his girlfriend, a girl named Joy. I mean, finally for him, he had his 2 phones and his bank account did not shake. Apparently his gun had lost 1 bullet, but I mean, who cares? He got 2 iPhones out of it. But that was not going to last. His win or his success in this heinous crime was short-lived. Quickly, let's just take this advert. Our story will continue shortly. This is how you can win a Maserati Levante on 1xBet. Simply register with our promo code TCD with the link attached to this video on the description. Our promo code is going to give you a 300% bonus, up to 150,000 Naira extra on your first deposit. So you can place your bet on any Champions League match right now. The good thing is, it doesn't matter whether or not you win or lose your bets. For every bet you place, you get a point, and with those points, you get qualified in the raffle draw to win exciting prizes, including a Maserati Levante. Other tenants saw him throwing something into the septic tank. He was confronted while he was standing by the septic tank. They asked him what he was doing. He didn't even answer them. This boy seemed like a very rude, pompous, entitled child at the time. So he was a snob per se. So when they confronted him as to what's up, what are you doing there? What did you put in? What is going on? He was like, it's not your business. He just wanted to trash things. And so they're like, that is not a dustbin. You want to throw something away, you go to the trash bin. Why are you putting it in the septic tank? And at the same time too, it's not clear what he did with the Jumia agent's motorcycle, because that one was still parked outside in a way. Sources claim that he tried to take it in, or they just left it there by the road to assume the Jumia agent. I mean, he could have come to see anyone in the house, so it didn't have to be him. And also, if he fired the gun to kill Chukwuma, his neighbors would have heard it, and I'm sure they did. Imagine hearing a gunshot and trying to figure out where it came from, and when you peep out of your window, you're seeing your tenants dragging something into a septic tank in the compound. Quickly, the tenants were the ones who reached out to the police. The authorities were called, and immediately the forces swooped into the compound. And when they went into Dienyen's house, they saw him, his friend Excel, and his girlfriend Joy. They were immediately dragged out and arrested. And this is where the story got even more complicated, because Again, we don't know how Chukwuma was killed per se. Did Dienye do all the killing himself? Was his girlfriend involved? Was Excel, his friend, also among? Did these three people do this together? Was it all the ploy, a plan that they orchestrated to lure this Jumia agent to kill him to collect the iPhone? I mean, when you look at it, it's only 2 iPhones that was ordered, but there were 3 people arrested. So in my mathematics, I would guess, okay, whoever got the phones might have had a hand in it. I guess when you look at it now, maybe only 2 people had it in mind to get this iPhone regardless. And I would guess maybe it's the boy, Dienye, and his girlfriend, Joy. But Excel was in the house and he was a man. So clearly that put him on the spot. However, during the interview, Dienye claimed that it was Excel who killed Chukwuma. He even had to swear on God.
Online. So the company sent him. So why did you have to confiscate his machine? Okay, you're wasting my time. Why did you have to take him? Yes.
This one came to sorry.
Yes.
Everybody in this company can come out and see what is that.
This one came to visit you. We're talking to you now.
Yes.
Yes.
So what happened? He came to my room.
Who?
Now the guy that the Jumia guy that I said is coming in the past.
You know, you're not magana. That the Jumia guy said what?
Start speak on the room. So finally this man arrived in the panel.
Speak loud.
Finally this man arrived in the panel.
This guy that is dead now.
Yes.
Okay.
So arrived in the panel. Joker came to my room. He came to my room. That the guy
I can't hear you.
Open your mouth and talk. This one came to my room and said, the guy is here. So I was like, I ordered for something. Just tell him to wait. He came from Ogoni. So promise at 2. And he's just like my boy in the house. I told him, tell that man to wait for me in the house. So my girlfriend is here. We're in the room. He came to the room again and told me that the guy is on the floor bleeding. I said, what happened? This is my father's house. They gave me the house.
I'm fine. You're talking about nonsense. That's a bullet.
And you see, that's even the problem. Because let me tell you people something. If somebody is lying, half the time, they always want to swear on God. They always want to claim that God is their witness. When somebody starts telling you God is their witness, know that there's a high chance that they are lying. Because if you're telling the truth, you won't need God to be your witness for that. So personally, for me, the moment Dienye said, that it was Excel that killed the man, used the gun to hit him and dragged his body to be buried in the septic tank, and that God was his witness, that he's not lying, he even swore, that was the moment I knew he was the one. Excel, however, had a different version of the story, because Dienye was claiming that it was Excel's idea, that he was the one who made the orders, and when the man came, he thought they were going to pay. The next thing he knows, Excel is killing the man, strangling him, and Dienye claimed that he was shocked, he was surprised. Oh my God, what are you doing? What are we going to do? This is not what we agreed. And, but he had to go through with it because he was scared for his life. That was what Dienye claimed. However, Excel's story was that he had come to visit Dienye. They were friends, that he usually comes to spend time in his house. And that day where he killed the dispatch rider, Chukwuma, he did not know what had happened. He came into the compound seeing Dienye close to the septic tank. This is Excel's story.
What do you know?
Sir, I will say what I know.
Yes, say what you know.
I will say what I know. I came here on Friday. As I came, I was supposed to clean his tattoo. As I was coming from that extreme there, I came. I discovered he was there packaging a waterproof. This USB waterproof.
Who was there?
Him.
Yes.
A waterproof USB. So from there, I overheard when the tenant here, supposing he was here, he said, who was that? He said he's opened the sockaway, that he has problem chambers. That was not my business because I'm not living in this place.
Yes.
So, and I said, okay. I went to her and said, come, let me go because my mom is a diabetic patient and I'm talking to you, she's at the hospital now.
Right.
I'm the only son.
Right.
So I now went and I said, okay, now, come, let me do your work. I went to the bathroom. I saw blood at the bathroom, the bathroom. I said, did you injured or anything? He brought a gun on my head. Said, if I should say anything that I see here, that he will go and kill my mom and kill me. That was when the police came to detain me. I told them the truth and I brought them here instantly. I will swear with even that dead body there that I am not guilty of anything he's encroaching me on. He said his father has money, that I'm a pauper, that nobody will release me out. And that's the only gospel truth I'm saying.
How do you know he lives here?
He called me. Yeah, I did him a first work. No, I was drawing tattoo. That was last year. So I stopped drawing. I seek for job and I'm a graduate. I seek for look for job. Then when he called me and said he wanted to clean the car, I said, okay, I am coming. It's a work. My mom that gives this job is 7,000. I wanted to give me 7K. And that's where I need to feed. I do say I'm the breadwinner in my house.
Yes.
Sometimes. And I can't my dad is late. So I can't wait for my mom to give me again. I'm the one giving to her. And she's now, she's devastated. Yes, she is. So that was why I'm angry. He's encroaching me into his crime. I don't know anything about it. I can solve it anything I have in my honor.
Where did you see blood in the house?
In his bathroom.
In his bathroom?
Yes.
That's where you saw blood?
Yeah. I said I wanted to talk. So because of my curiosity, he said if I should say anything, his girlfriend wasn't there. He said if I should say anything, when this one happened, say anything, that he will kill my mom. Because my mom is like,
actually saw a gun.
Yeah.
Joy, on the other hand, claimed to have not known anything regarding the situation, that they just called her to come and she came, or she probably was inside. It's not clear, but Joy claimed no knowledge of whatever had happened. I guess in my head, Danielle wanted to give her the phone and that was why she came, and they probably gave her a new phone and she was excited, and 20 minutes later, police burst in and she was arrested and dragged into a case she knows nothing of. Poor her, but at the same time, one thing about this story is that it's still not clear. There's a chance that all three of them did it. However, when the case was taken to court and every party was heard, it turned out that only one person was charged with the murder and was sentenced to death. And Danielle was the only one who was sentenced to death. Excel was acquitted and discharged. So currently Excel is a free man. Joy never even made it to court because not enough evidence was on her. It was probably proven during investigation that she did not know anything about the situation. And I can believe that Joy did not know anything, but for Excel, it's hard for me to believe that Excel did not know anything about the phone. I just feel like Excel was the one who seemed like, yes, it's possible that Danielle tried to oppress and bully him. He was clearly smaller in size, and in contrast to Danielle, Excel was from a poor home. Danielle was from a rich home, that the scrutiny was going to be heavy on him because they would assume his people would come with their money and their power to get him out of it. And that was why he most likely suffered the most, because they really wanted to prove to him that he couldn't get away with it. But many people still believe to this day that Excel was not innocent, that Excel was very aware and probably had a hand in it. But his defense and his story that Danielle was oppressing him and threatening him and his family was believable, and I guess that was maybe how and why he was able to get out of it. The delivery agent, John Chukwuma, his body was eventually retrieved from the septic tank, and it was a very heartbreaking moment because if I remember correctly, his wife and children found out about his death on the Facebook, on the internet, on social media. That was where they heard of it, and I can't imagine how painful it was and how sad it was for them. It's not clear if they got compensation, but I would hope they did. And clearly, Chukwuma got his justice, and thank God for that, because if anyone wanted to go down, I would hope Daniel was the one who went down, and I'm glad he was sentenced to death for it. And I guess this was a story that made a lot of dispatch riders and delivery agents put so much strict rule about going into people's homes to deliver goods, especially the goods that they were to pay for on delivery. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment your thoughts, and let me know if you remember the story and what you thought of the case. And also let me know if you think all three of them knew or had a hand in it, especially Excel, because people still believe that he had a hand in it and he just got the best part of the defense. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell button to get notifications whenever there is a new video. Thank you guys for watching.